right, so we have data downloads for both Global and JP. Global got their data download first, so we're going to go through it really quickly here. In terms of units, we've already covered a lot of it, like the Super Vegeta, the side Super Vegeta, and we've already seen these on the JP side. Pilaf's a GOAT if you're doing the Global World Tournament. Make sure you get a copy of him. My thoughts on the other EZAs. Cool is pretty useful as like an AGL support. You can buff up Brawly if you want for the 9th anniversary. Super Trunks' stats are pretty good as long as you get the RNG. And then these two have been kind of useless for me throughout their release on JP. I feel like Gohan may get a come up eventually, but right now he is just very mid. The new units on Global and JP is going to be the side units Android 16 and Cell Jr. So we'll go through their details really quickly here. So let's jump into it. First off, with Android 16, Android Cell Saga, 3 key, 130%, greatly raises defense and massively lowers defense. 2 key, attack defense 160% and guards all attacks. Awesome. An additional attack defense 80% when attacking. High chance of becoming a critical within the same turn after receiving an attack. Reduces damage by 16% when guard is activated, up to 48%. Ooh, he's looking pretty good. Plus an additional attack and defense, 80% attack and 160% defense. And all allies 3 key and 58 attack and defense when your team has Super Saiyan Gohan Youth or Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth attacking in the same turn. Huge support. Bonus. Obviously, there's limits to what you can run him on, but I feel like you could probably do without this, honestly. It's a start of turn buff. I mean, the support is obviously crazy if you get it. But if we get like a really good Android Cell Saga buff in the future, this is actually a pretty solid card to have as well. Or you can do some sort of mixture of tournament participants or something. I don't know. That's probably the hardest part of running him if you want this buff is like what teams do you actually put him in for this? There's only real like 2 categories, Android Cell Saga, tournament participants. But yeah, still very good. Damage reduction up to 58%. I don't know if this is for the turn or if this is for the whole time, but like 1 time guard per turn or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, no RNG anymore for this guy. I think he's actually really solid. Next up, we have Cell Jr. Artificial Life Forms leader for 3 key, 130%, raises attack defense for 1 turn, supreme damage, and lowers attack and defense. 150% attack defense with the passive, additional attack defense 30%, and chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, plus 10% per Artificial Life Forms category. So if you need another Artificial Life Form unit for the mission, this is a very good pick, I guess, because you'll get the 70% chance to dodge. And then what is like a 210% attack and defense as well, including this guy. Artificial Life Form support, pretty good. Launches additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming a super. With the raised attack and defense is a nice combo. An additional super attack and randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, AGL int excluded, to rainbow key spheres when your team has Cell Perfect Form or Perfect Cell attack in the same turn. This is something you don't run too often unless because int Cell is pretty outdated and you need to transform with them, which can be pretty difficult just because the HP restriction is pretty low. But yeah, nice little bonus here if you want to run the Cell as a unit on your Artificial Life Forms team. Yeah, pretty much you want to just run him on Artificial Life Forms because that 70% chance to dodge is just too valuable. I don't think it's as good as Android 16, but can be a very helpful card for those certain missions. Android 16 does need the STR Cell medals, so you'll be needing to grind that up, unfortunately. And then you have Tech Cell for the Cell Juniors medals. So have fun with that. Oh god, I hate these. Luckily, I don't have to do them. Speaking of EZA, Super Vegeta's EZA event details are out. So as expected, Android Cell Saga is going to be the category weakness. And in order to do damage, you just want to run extreme units or AGL units. So there's a limitation on Super, Int, Physical, Tech, STR, and Extreme Physical. So just try to run your best in AGL or extreme units. So it should be pretty easy. A lot of decent extreme units in Android Cell Saga. Other than that, the missions are pretty generic stuff here. Like the EZA for Vegeta and the World Tournament missions. The only thing that is quite interesting is the IDBH, which is going to have the 2 category missions. You need 3 Gifted Warriors and 3 Super Saiyans. So 3 Super Saiyan Vegetas, and you're pretty much cleared with that mission right there. I don't think it's going to be too difficult So with that, let's jump into the JP data download now, which is the more exciting one. All right, so on JP, we do have the World Tournament as well, but our units are different because we are ahead in the World Tournament. We just covered the new EZAs, so let's go through the brand new free-to-play units. We've already covered Yamcha, so we're just going to cover the new Awakening for Shen, which I was not expecting. High School Gohan, Mr. Buu, Vegeta, and Jackie Chan here. All right, let's begin with Shen right here. So just a TUR here. I don't know how effective he is going to be, but let's have a look. He's attack type leader for 3 keys, 70% up. Attack and defense greatly raises for 1 turn and high chance of stunning. So that's a pretty solid super attack effect if I have ever seen one. Increases your own attack defense by 150%, and then he also seals the enemy that you attack. High chance of avoiding enemies' attacks. That's cool. Each time you avoid an enemy attack, the additional evasion chance increases by 10% up to 20% during that turn. I will hope that the EZA eventually for him down the line will increase that like 50%. Like make him guaranteed dodge. That would be insane. But very, very cool effect though, which has great potential. When in first position, evasion rate increases by 20%. Never mind. We don't need that. Oh my god. And defense increases by 150%. Yeah, he could actually be a good first slot unit. When in second or third, attack defense are increased by 150% when attacking. If you evade, you would guarantee perform an additional attack that turn. And there's a very high chance that the super attack will be activated. For 3 turns, attack will be increased by 100%. He's actually not too bad. He is not in DB Saga though, because for stupid reasons. So he's mostly used in Earthbred Fighters, World Tournament participants. But he does have the Dragon Ball links. So that's at least getting him somewhere. So here are his better linking partners. Of course, he is Kami, so he'll be linking well with Kami, of course. But no like top tier, unless Jackie Chan's a top tier. You know, I guess you can do Krillin here as well. Yeah, so that would be the hardest part, like trying to run him on like a decent team. But another good tech unit. Next up is High School Gohan. All right, this is where the GOAT needs to shine, all right? How have they buffed him up? Superclass leader of 3 key and 77%. I really wish he was 100%, man. Imagine. He greatly raises attack and defense increases for the 1 turn. I don't know if there's an infinite stack. If it is, that's crazy. But medium chance of stunning. Increases own attack defense 158%. When a super attack is activated, attack defense is increased by 58%, reduces damage received by 58%. So it's obviously not going to change because they really like 58%. He's going to be more nicer on the second slot here because of that raise defense here, and then the attack defense on super. Super type support for 3 key and 30%. When an extreme enemy is present, your attack defense are increased by 58%. And the attack of the attacked enemy is reduced by 20%. So it is slightly upgraded. Slightly. But it is favoriting him as like a second, third slot unit over a first slot unit, which I was really hoping would be the case. I think if it is a defense infinite raise, which I'm not too sure. This is his pre-ECA, by the way. It's definitely a big upgrade for like stats. But in terms of defensive capabilities, not too much outside of that. If it is an infinite raise defense, I guess you can get to the point where you can be a first slot unit, but how long is that going to take? I'm not too sure. All right, now we have Mr. Buu, who is an all-types leader for 3 keys, 70% up, greatly raises defense for the 1 turn and lowers attack. Own attack defense 120%. Attack is increased by 120% when super attack is activated. Randomly changes in orbs to rainbow orbs. For each rainbow orb acquired, attack defense increased by 50%. Wow, that's a lot of extra attack and defense. You can get like 3 rainbow orbs easily with this guy. And then HP recovery by 30,000. I think it was 15,000 last time. So you can get like over 100,000 heal back pretty nicely. So that's pretty good actually. When there's 2 or more rainbow orbs acquired, damage taken is reduced by 50%. And for each rainbow orb acquired after the 3rd, the damage reduction increases by an additional 10%. Why is he better than freaking High School Gohan low-key? Whoa! He's actually a really nice... He can actually, if you get 5 rainbow orbs, he could be a first slot unit. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my god! Artificial life form's getting that massive buff. I actually like this Mr. Buu from what I'm reading right now. Can't wait to use him. Now we have the Big Bang Attack STR Vegeta. Hopefully he is good. I'm praying he is good. because he can be used in a lot of places. All types, 3 key and 70% up. Attack and defense is greatly raised for the 1 turn and greatly lowers defense and ceiling. So a lot of effects. Very nice. It makes him versatile when I need those specific effects. Increases our attack and defense 150%. When super attack is activated, an additional 100% attack and defense. That's great. Every time you receive an attack, your key is increased by 1, by up to 5, and your attack and defense is increased by 20% up to 100%. That is not bad, as long as, his post-soup is looking nice. When there's an ally in the Mastered Evolution category participating in the attack, there's a very high chance of regarding all attacks. A little bit better of a restriction than the Kaioken Goku. I will take it. And each time an attack is received, the additional chance of critical is up by 15%. And I believe you do need the Mastered Evolution in that case right there. All right. There is some defensive capabilities. Of course, it's a high chance, which is a great chance. High chance. Great chance, I think. It's an easier restriction, really, because you don't have to rely on some random orbs. You just need to have the specific unit, which is Mastered Evolution, which is very, very good. So I think he can actually be very, very solid. And even without the guard, I think his stats can actually look pretty good, especially double super. Yeah, gonna look quite nice. And then we have the EZA for the Int Jackie Chun, the forgotten one, not the LR one. He's a world tournament leader for 3 key and 90% up, so irrelevant there. Attack increases greatly, and seals effect is not that good. Key +2 increases attack and defense by 100%. Super attack is activated, an additional 100% attack and defense. Low chance of avoiding enemies' attack. Each time an attack is received, attack increases by 30% up to 150%, and probability of increasing dodge by 20% up to 60%. So you do need to take a few attacks to make his dodge actually worthwhile, and you can put a lot of dodge on him. So it sucks that it's each time an attack is received, so it's counterintuitive, but it's still kind of nice to know that you can get a decent amount of dodge if your luck fails. Each time you evade, your defense increases by 30%, so there's another insurance. If you don't get the dodge chance up, you at least get the defense chance increase up, and your critical chance increases by 20%. And as long as you can survive a KO damage with 10% or more HP remaining, so you're not going to die from one super straight away, as long as you're over 10% HP. There is some actual usability for this guy, actually. I don't mind him all too much. I wish he supported, just like the other Jackie Chans. Might as well just, make him carbon copies. But, if I needed a third Jackie Chan, he's there. I really don't know where I'm going to be using this guy low-key. Because unless he can hit hard, I guess, maybe, with all the attacks received, maybe. So just like Jackie Chan, he'll be linking up with the same characters as well. In terms of missions, there's nothing here because we just gone through it on global, and it is a synced celebration. Alright, that is going to be it for the data download. Let me know who your favorite unit is EZAing in the comment section down below. So much to do this weekend. I'm live at twitch.tv/jfan when the World Tournament starts. So, hope to see you guys there. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace.